Hey, what's up everybody? Troops, franchise owners, cadre alike. Listen, we desperately wish we could be doing this face-to-face and in person as we've done every single year prior to this. But as we've had to do all year long, we had to do one more pivot, and that was for our annual end of the year award. So, now one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we talked about, in light of all the tribulations and turmoil that's going on in our nation's capital as we speak, I want to bring light and shine to this. I got a nice, quiet Jewish boy here from North Potomac, and we got a rowdy rebel fella that loves country music, deer hunting, and riding Harleys. We've been best friends for well over 13 years, business partners for 13 years. Our differences and our diversity, our opposites attracting, are part of what makes Soldier Fit so special. Soldier Fit is home to every creed, color, and religion on this planet. We are family, not because we were born that way, but because we chose to be that way. Because we decided to look at each other, put our arms in unison, and go out to accomplish our goals together. We're better because we lift each other up. As we move into 2021, and you find yourself at times wondering, is this nation really that divided? I challenge you to look across the turf at your battle buddy, to look on that screen at the person in another state that is sweating right there beside you, albeit in their own home at their couch. And remember that being American, being full of all of our beautiful contradictions, what makes us special is that we always come back together. And as we head into 2021, it's our mission to ensure that Soldier Fit does its part to unify our communities and to make sure that we live up to the ideals that is the American dream. And that's why it's always been our vision to revitalize it for every man, woman, and child on the planet. And listen, 2020 was a hell of a year for us. We took some hits, didn't we, bro?
Yes, sir.
We want to talk to you guys about why we're still here. What did we manage to do? Because Dave didn't do it. I didn't do it. None of the cadre did it alone. So Dave's going to talk to you about a little bit of the highlights in a year that a lot of people felt like it kept knocking them down.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree that 2020 was a shit show. I don't know how else to say it, really, right? I mean, I think 80% of the year was COVID, right? The key word was pivot, right? It almost seemed like we couldn't adapt and pivot fast enough. There's a saying, and I don't want to butcher it, but you either make imperfect action or no action at all. We definitely took action. However, nothing you're going to do in this scenario, it's nothing that anyone's ever seen is going to be perfect, right? You know, for us, here we are used to an in-person community. We're high-fiving people. We're shaking hands. We're interacting. We're talking before and after class. Like, how could we make the pivot to perform value while not being able to do some of the stuff that we were able to do or have been able to do, for the past, 15 years that we've been doing this, right? This was such a difficult transition, not only for the company, right, but also the cadre, right? Them and their families, the troops. I mean, this was a monumental change that happened, right? So how do we, again, go from what we were doing before to how we can provide that value I was talking about there, right? One of the things that we did, right, we flipped to virtual. And, you know, let's be honest, our virtual platform wasn't the greatest when at first. I think our first adaptation was a trainer doing, 5 or 6 exercises, stop and pause, and everything from there. But obviously through time, through everyone's feedback, we were able to learn, adapt, pivot, right? We're able to provide more and more value on the virtual side. We've created this beautiful studio behind you. We've been able to film hundreds and hundreds of different workouts, create a beautiful virtual platform that not only has the fitness side of the house that we're used to doing, but also other things that make Soldier Fit and your results happen, right? The nutrition piece of it, the accountability, the list goes on, right? So although we weren't able to do a lot of those things for a certain period in person, we were flipping the virtual, but what makes it most successful is honestly the troops, right? Your guys' willingness to accept our faults and accept our mess ups and keep supporting us and pushing forward. And, you know, I can speak for Danny, that means the world to us, right? Because a lot of the things that we did, they weren't perfect, right? But, you know, within doing so, we pushed forward as best we could. And now when we were able to open the doors for boot camps, right, things were still different, right? We had to start out with outdoor boot camps, right? How was that going to look? How are we going to prepare the equipment? How are we going to run the exercises and everything like that? And then not only that, I mean, the cleaning protocols that we had to now implement, right? So this is obviously a monumental change for us, but, you know, it's a monumental change for the staff, for the troops and everything like that. I mean, hands down, the workload that everyone had to put in, probably 2x to 3x, right? But everybody did it in stride. They did it with a positive attitude, and that was one of the more impressive things, right? And then we move into indoor, right? Gosh, how are we going to practice safe fitness, safe exercise to make people feel comfortable, to make sure that it's, you know, still the same community feel, implementing the bunker boxes, right? The additional sanitation processes. I mean, we're used to rotating around through an entire room doing, you know, 50, 60 exercises. Now you're in your bunker box doing the exercises in there. But the staff was able to make the magic happen and make it feel like Soldier Fit, right? And obviously that's a kudos to the troops, right? You guys are the ones that make Soldier Fit what it is from kind of a community, a culture and atmosphere process. So again, we wanted to thank the troops for everything, all your support, everything that you've done. I mean, gosh, some of you guys, and we were offering the additional value with the virtual studio, but the truth is a lot of you guys weren't even using that, but you were still supporting Soldier Fit. And again, that means more to Danny and I, the cadre, all of our families than you will ever know. So obviously 2020 was a shit show, but
that's why we're going to step in and make sure that this year is 2021. Not the number one, but one like you won the game. Because we're going to make sure that after taking a year of L's, we're going to make sure that it's nothing but wins from here. Listen, when we talk about the evolution of Soldier Fit and we talk about the 3 pillars of fitness, we talk about fitness, we talk about accountability, we talk about nutrition. And listen, if I'm honest, Dave and I don't mind being honest about the way the situation goes. In fitness, baby, we're 10 out of 10. I'll put our boot camp up against anybody in the world. I am positive that we are the best boot camp brand in the world. Accountability. This is where you got to start taking on the chin some. If I'm honest, I'd give us truthful assessment 5 out of 10. If you engage with us, we're going to 100% engage with you, but we need to take it to the next level and make sure that we're not only engaging with you, but we're holding your hand and keeping you accountable from the time that you walk into our doors to the time that you hit that goal and beyond. So we're going to be ramping up our accountability efforts times 10. Last is nutrition. And the plain and simple truth is, our boot camps have been doing so well, everyone's been going, we really did nothing to help our troops with nutrition. And we are 100% committed to making this the year that we put your nutrition needs at the top of our list. Soldier Fit is already blessed. We're blessed because of the people that we have working here, the black hats, the barracks commanders, the recruitment and retention reps, those individuals in the headquarters that are working behind the scenes that nobody even gets to see, our franchise owners. But let me tell you what we're going to do in the future to make sure that we pick it up a notch, because the reality is across this nation, 40% of gyms went out of business. We are one of the hardest hit industries due to the COVID pandemic. And Soldier Fit is still here, rocking and alive because of all of you. So Dave and I and every member of this team is committed to saying thank you by making sure that 2021 is the year that you get everything you ever needed and everything you ever wanted, both on the field and off. And we're going to be here with you every step of the way. Now, without further ado, it's time to do what we came here to do. And in a year that was a shit show, we had individuals that put the company on their back, stepped up when other people sat down, and led the charge to make sure that they continued to help you and make an impact in your life and do so while changing their communities as well. These are the people that didn't sit down and say, woe is me. These are the people that didn't let fear freeze them in their tracks. These are the people that put on a smile, got up early, looked at you through a camera, and made sure that you were motivated to get it done. These are the people that checked on you when nobody else was looking to make sure that you were up in spirits and you were dealing with the pandemic as best that it could. These are the people that epitomize the dream that is Soldier Fit.
First up, Black Hat of the Year. Listen, in the Black Hat Creed, it says, I am the backbone of the assault. And we always say, so much pride is taken in this. I will never ask a troop to do anything that I would not do myself. And the nominees for this award this year have led the charge. They have been the people that have been posting workouts on their own Facebook, people that are getting engaged in the virtual studio, people that are calling in to check and say, hey, why haven't I seen you in class? People that braved the heat when outdoor boot camps came out, who kept you motivated in the rain, wind, sun, and shine, and most importantly, made sure you were safe and secure as we rotated back into our indoor boot camps. These are the people that have kept your spirits up when so much of the world seemed like it was trying to tear it down. They are the backbone of assault. They are the Black Hat. And I am so proud to share with you the nominees for 2020's Black Hat of the Year.
So I decided to become a Black Hat because I was really enjoying working with other Black Hats and how they motivated me. And I realized that it was something I never thought I could do, so I wanted to see if I could do it and take myself out of my comfort zone to try something new. And I wanted to be able to motivate other troops the way that the current Black Hats had motivated me. I think my favorite part of running boot camp is seeing our troops excel, getting them to a point where they realize that they can do something that they never thought that they could do, improving on their form, and really just building that confidence that maybe that they didn't come into Soldier Fit with. So my favorite exercise for boot camp is definitely tire flips and sledgehammer slams. They are a great stress reliever, a good full body workout, and to me they're just fun. I think I would let them know that they should never limit themselves as to what they think they're capable of doing. I never thought I could ever be a personal trainer or a Black Hat and leading boot camps, but I have really grown to love it and feel like even in my first year of being a Black Hat that I've grown a lot, and just want people to realize that just because you think you can't do something doesn't mean that you can't. You can always try and overcome those obstacles. So just that I'm super grateful for Soldier Fit and the role that it has played in my life and helping me develop as a person, as well as kind of adding on to my career goals.
I had come here, and just like probably most of the trainers here as well, as a troop, I love the workouts, love the environment. I had always played sports growing up. I had trained people with baseball and stuff like that, and I love teaching people stuff like that, and you know, pretty much fell in love with it here at Soldier Fit. And really quickly after I joined, maybe 6 months, I remember reaching out to Kevin and Jose saying, you know, I'd love to be a yellow hat, love to see, you know, the next challenge of training and everything like that. And then I kind of moved through the yellow hat process pretty quickly, really only about a month or so. And then I said, I want to, you know, let me try mock class or whatever, and, you know, let me try and see if I can get my Black Hat. And then I kind of jumped into it right away, and, you know, and I loved it. I loved the learning, you know, different exercises, learning different ways to teach troops, loved running the classes, loved the energy. I loved my Saturday morning classes pre-COVID, obviously, you know, with 50, 60 people. Love that type of energy, and just over the years have, you know, just grown to enjoy it more and more. My favorite part of running boot camp would probably just seeing different troops, how they progress. You know, you get to see a lot of the same troops over and over, which is a good thing, which is one of my favorite things about Soldier Fit. So you really, you know, you get to know the people who come into your classes, and you get to see them progress over time, you know, whether mentally, physically, how, you know, some people may not be able to run as far, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're running a mile, or, you know, certain, you know, increasing in, you know, the reps they're using, the weights they're using. You just get to see people progress over time, which is one of the most satisfying things about being a trainer, in my opinion, is seeing that progression of the various troops. Everyone's going to make fun that it's tire slams, but I actually don't do those as much as you'd think. And everyone's going to make fun that I run people a lot. You know, I'm a big believer in mixing weights and cardio together. I love, like when I did my spec ops doing, you know, you do the main lifts, the bench press, the deadlift, stuff like that, but then also incorporating, you know, maybe do deadlifts and then go run, maybe do something else, then go run. I'm a big believer that the best way to achieve strength, endurance is by doing all of it together. So as far as one particular exercise, I'm not sure, but generally that, you know, that type of workout where you're running a lot is really important to me in the way that I like to run a boot camp. I'd like the troops to know, and hopefully they do if they've taken a bunch of my classes, is how much thought I put into each class. Troops would make fun of me because I got these books that I bring in and I write down, you know, every my class. By now, you know, it's been over 3 years where, you know, now I got 5 or 6 of these books, journals with all my, pretty much every class I've ever run here at Soldier Fit. I just want them to know, and I'd hope they'd appreciate, you know, not just myself, all the black hats do this, you know, the thought we put into the classes. You know, we don't just show up 5 minutes before and say, we're gonna do, you know, this and that. It's the thought of putting, you know, what exercises go together, what body parts, you know, making sure we're hitting the legs, the core, cardio, upper body, everything like that. I would love the troops, and I think they do, because obviously troops come back over and over, to realize just how much thought goes into planning a boot camp. And I hope that they realize and do appreciate that. No, obviously I appreciate the nomination. I'm very, very thankful. You know, I love it here. I want to send a special thank you to both Jose and Kevin. Kevin brought me to Soldier Fit. I've known Kevin for years, since I was little. He's the one who first brought me here, told me he's, you know, hey, my brother Dave's got a gym. Why don't you come check it out? So I came. First class I ever took was with Jose, who, you know, Jose is the best. And I want a special thanks to Jose for, one, nominating me, which I know he did, and also for, you know, kind of taking me under his wing all these years. You know, I patterned my boot camps, I've patterned my spec ops, a lot of the way Jose, the style he uses, because, you know, I think he's the best at this, and, you know, so I certainly try to, you know, emulate the type of classes and the type of training, gym side and whatever, and spec ops that he's done. So I also want to thank him for, you know, the training over the years, and all the trainers here. You know, everyone takes a little bit from every trainer. Richard, Juan, who's not here anymore, both Lindsay's, I apologize if I'm missing anyone. You know, all the trainers who have been here over the years. We're lucky at Rockville. We got a great, great staff, great trainers. Everyone does everything a little bit different, which is a good thing. You know, different styles, which is great. You know, so troops come, they, you know, can choose different styles. So just, you know, thank you to all of them as well.
I'd have to go back to the first time I stepped into Soldier Fit. I absolutely loved the place. I was looking for a place to help me lose weight, help me get in shape to enjoy the military. I just loved everything about the culture here at Soldier Fit, everything that we did, everything that the Black Hats do to help everyone. On top of that, and being athletics for most of my high school career, I figured it would be a great opportunity for not only me to better myself and get in shape, but also help other people try and do the same thing. So figured, you know, why not go through the program? And one day after a class, I remember Whitney was my first class. After 6:30, talked to her a little bit and got rolling with Jason the next week. I'd have to say just the energy. Having a group of people working out together, encouraging, motivating people, it just gets you fired up, it just gets you energized and moving, and being able to sit out there and put people through a workout and just be able to energetic and basically encourage a group of people to accomplish goals or accomplish the task at hand is just a good feeling to be involved in such a good energy group of people. I'd have to say a go-to exercise probably the deadlift. I like it significantly better than squats. And I mean, mainly that's because I can pull more weight than I can squat. So, I mean, I go to deadlift for everything. Deadlift posterior chain is excellent for a multitude of things, from rucking to running to explosiveness as well. It's a full body exercise, and definitely one that, you know, especially when I do, I feel pumped up when you're hitting a new max. I guess the only thing that I can say to you guys is, you know, 2020 came, 2021's here. don't stop accomplishing your goals, guys. COVID was only a setback, and you got a whole new year, a whole new amount of time to accomplish your goals and desires. And I mean, anything you set your mind to, you can 100% accomplish. The sky is literally the limit, and don't let yourself believe anything otherwise. Just push forward, and we're here to help you guys 100%. If you need anything, I mean, any one of us will stop and talk to you guys for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, even an hour without any complaint. So, hit us up. Like, accomplish your goals, guys. Keep on driving.
All of these are clearly deserving of the title Blackhead of the Year. But the individual that won this year, they won because they continue to try to evolve and go above and beyond the call of duty. It doesn't matter whether we need him to run a virtual workout. It doesn't matter if we need him to cover down on his friend's class at Soldier Fit Frederick, or if we need him to make a new home in Soldier Fit Columbia. Tyler Wright has stood up and offered to do whatever it needed to get the job done. Whether it's helping orientate a new recruit, getting them signed up and established for their membership, helping them with their spec ops, doing their personal training, Tyler can always be counted on to put the Soldier Fit logo on his back and run with it. You have been an absolute joy to watch you mature and grow over the years. We're so grateful that you decided to be part of this family, and we look forward to seeing you accomplish even more in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Blackhead of the Year, Tyler Wright.
A little shocked. Honestly, sometimes the stuff you do, you just put in all the work. You don't necessarily think about, if anyone else is watching or like what people are thinking about you. You just doing what you know how to do, doing the job that you're out here to do, following the procedures. So a little shocked, happy, definitely happy. I really don't know what to say, honestly. Thank you for all you guys. I couldn't have done this without you, your troops. I couldn't have done it without the cadre support around me. Things I learned from you guys and from my fellow cadre have definitely helped me get to this point. I don't think I could service some of my members that I have personal training with if I didn't learn new things from some of you fellow trainers out there, or weren't inspired for some of the things that inspired me, especially like Sam, man. Dude, you're phenomenal, dude. The things I can learn from you and the amount of knowledge you possess is insane. So thank you all. Thank you all for believing in me. Let me teach your classes on year number 4 now. It's been a journey, up and downs, finally accomplishing some of those goals, and just finding the motivation and getting it done, and accomplishing what you set your heart to. Definitely super happy for everything and blessed to be able to do this, not only for myself, but my little one. To give her something positive to look up to is absolutely insane. So definitely a blessing. And Athena, if you ever see this when you're older, I love you.
Go ahead. Let it run.
Sorry, guys. A little tearful, but thank y'all. Keep driving, keep working, keep accomplishing your dreams, guys, and I'll be there every step of the way. Hoo-yah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up is Cadre of the Year. There are so many characteristics that summarize what the Cadre of the Year represents, but I'm just going to go over a few. The person that represents Cadre of the Year is first and foremost going above and beyond anything that they're asked to do, but also putting others above oneself, putting in the extra hours, taking care of that troop, knowing that they've ended their shift an hour ago, staying late, coming in on their days off, just doing everything, again, above and beyond what their actual job responsibilities and duties are. And so I'm super proud and super happy to go over the nominees.
Why work here? So it never feels like work. You know what I mean? There's often times where there's pressure, but that's not to be confused with like the job, right? There's always gonna be pressure at a job. Well, if you have a good job, hopefully, then there's pressure. So you can stay there. I love it here. I love interacting with the people. I get a great vibe from, everybody that I've ever really interacted with that's a member, obviously there's those one-offs where it's like, somebody hates me and, hey, I guess, what do they say? If somebody doesn't hate you, you're not doing something right. But it's usually because I messed up on something. That's why they hate me. But no, I love it here because of the people. I love it here because of Danny and Dave and what they've created for me. I've been able to do a lot because of the trust that I've built with them, and I got a track record that, was I've been able to do well, because they set stones in front of me that I was able to hop on and keep moving. And that's why I love it here. I love it here because it doesn't feel like work, even though it is. I'm making a living doing stuff that I love and being able to connect with people, and I love talking. So that's why I'm always, loving what I do. So there's that. That's huge. I think it's a really big deal for me, to be nominated by a bunch of people that I enjoy, like realistically. I think there's not anybody in this company that I wouldn't want to, at least drink a beer with or share a meal with. So it's cool and really special to know that those are the same people who think that I should get, employee cadre of the year, which is, that's great. And I should get it. No, I'm just kidding. All right. My favorite part of the job, I think my favorite part of my job is when I've been having a tough month, but then I still hit the goal, you know what I mean? Or it's fixing problems for people on a personal level, and you can really see the reward once they, turn that curve and then they change, because then you really did help somebody, you know what I mean? A lot of people just try and sell fitness to work out and not really try and sell it to really help people. So when I get to really help somebody that worked hard, that feels really good. Or when I get to help myself by working hard and hitting a goal that was given to me by Danny and Dave, that feels good too. So those are definitely two rewarding things that I love here. What do I want the troops to know? I want the troops to know that I love all of them, that I'm so happy that they stuck with us through this crazy time. I want them to keep showing up. I want them to work really, really hard. And when we're in class together and we're working, I want them to know that I'm never going to let up on them. That's what I want them to know. All right? That's what I got.
Coming out of high school, the long version of the story is that, graduated, had no idea what I wanted to do, was supposed to go to school, and that didn't quite work out. And so I knew I needed to do something, and I was fortunate enough that I knew someone that knew Danny directly, and the only constant I had to give me any sort of idea of what I would like to pursue or delve into at that point in time was I really enjoyed helping people, and I had been in sports for multiple years at that point, so fitness came naturally as well. And it wasn't the immediate thought like, oh yeah, this will be perfect, but upon getting involved with the program and going through the Yellow Hat program as well, like I really found something that I wasn't finding from other sources in regards of work, finding a sense of fulfillment, feeling like I've accomplished something or actually had an impact. I've worked other jobs such as overnight at a grocery store and, fulfilling orders for Amazon or setting up Amazon bookstores, all kinds of crazy side stuff, but nothing really gave me that same feel that I would get here. So that really resonated with me, and not only to have something that feels good for me, but to feel like I'm impacting others in a very positive way definitely was the deciding factor. Well, honestly, I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be nominated. It's a lot of things. First of all, like it means more than I can truly put in words, at least accurately, I should say, that, people are acknowledging my efforts, and I'm not even one to boast about how much time I put in or anything, because I know we all do it, but for it to be something that stands out to others where they feel so inclined as to recognize what it is that I'm doing, that's absolutely profound to me, especially when it's something that every day I come in, it doesn't feel like work. I'm very passionate about what I do, and for it to be something that I can continue to pursue while truly enjoying, blessed. That's the best way I can sum that up, really. My favorite part of the job, this part has been rather fluid over the years. Starting as a black hat that only taught one class a week, it took a little bit of time for that to get normal, all right? But certainly being on the turf and jamming out to my music, watching people sweat their butts off, like that was always great. And that has continued to grow, that love for that piece of it. But then I've found purpose and good things on the personal training side, and even in regards to like the more hands-on coaching side of things, where it comes down to what people want to know about what they're eating, or why they're seeing certain results, or what's going to help them through certain movements or things that they're struggling with. But as my role has continued to develop, I love being able to ensure the overall quality of the entire experience and extending my reach to be able to change as many lives as possible, especially with today's current format. We've got a limited capacity on classes. So, having 700 members, you can't have all 700 in that class. But to make sure all of them are able to be a part of a program that they're not only able to enjoy while bettering their own lives and, extending that access, making sure people have got what they need and keeping them on the right track, it's something that I certainly don't take for granted. I'd like for all the troops to know that, if there's ever anything that is, something you guys feel we can improve, or something you'd like to see changed, or maybe even something new that you want to see integrated, we're always open to ideas, myself specifically, because I know what this place has meant to me in just the last 5 years that I've been here, and I'd love to be able to see that for everyone.
Why I work here? That's a long story. Well, I appreciate the congratulations for being nominated. Why I work here at Soldier Fit is, honestly, it's a very long story. I came into Soldier Fit as a troop, just like most people that come into Soldier Fit, and they welcomed me with open arms, which is the first experience at a gym that I've ever had. It was a great experience. And so after I became a member, I was just super excited to be more involved, went to a lot of the events, stayed involved as much as possible, became a yellow hat, be able to end up becoming a trainer here. After becoming a trainer, let's say about a year and a half after being a trainer here, I decided, I want more. I want out of my old job, but I want more to do with Soldier Fit, because these guys, they're not just any other gym. They're not just someone that helps you get fit physically. It's a lot of mental, it's a lot of emotional. It's the full picture of making sure that you're not just healthy from the looks, it's all inside as well. And so when they did that for me, I wanted to help everybody else do that in the same notion. So when they gave me the opportunity to become an R&R, so recruitment and retention, I was very glad to take that opportunity in and really take advantage of everything I can do with that, with helping everybody else out. Now, from then, I ended up becoming the BC of the Columbia location, and been working there at that location for a year and a half now. Loving life down there. Got an awesome crew, awesome team down there, and that's what really keeps me sticking around is the awesome crew we have and the amazing troops that we have as well. Shoot, I'm honored to be nominated, especially with the two other nominations that I have up and running. I'm just honored to be within those standings. It's beyond grateful for that. Favorite part of the job is changing lives. Changing lives, as simple as that. I got some people that come through the door that they have like that closed off wall. They're like, I don't know about signing up for a gym. I don't think I can do this, or they have some type of excuse. But when they come into Soldier Fit, something like lights up in their eyes, something changes them. And being able to change that mindset for a gym for someone, but also helping long-term change their life is what makes this one of the greatest jobs I've had. What I want the troops to know, as far as when it comes to Soldier Fit, when it comes to life, when it comes to working out, is you can do anything you put your mind to. It's pretty much as simple as that. whether it be opening up your new business or being able to deadlift 300 pounds. As long as you work for it, you're going to get there. It's about discipline. It's about keeping that mind right. And so if you're struggling with keeping that mind right, come talk to us. We'll be able to take care of you.
All right. Some excellent nominees. Obviously, any one of those individuals could be the winner. But guess what? We have to pick one. And this individual really has gone above and beyond. I don't even know the word for above. How many times?
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond. I do have a quick story real quick, not to drag this on, but we did, a leadership course, and I was actually partnered up with this individual. So if you're listening to this, you obviously maybe gave it away, but and the goal was to learn as much as you could about the individual, and I think it was 60 seconds or something like that. And there's only one thing that I remember from the whole thing, that he was a Yankees fan. I mean, if that's not terrible, everything else you are perfect. Unfortunately, that is just the one downfall. This guy has phenomenal hair. I don't know if anyone can grow any better hair than this individual. But what really impresses me, and Danny and everybody above, his luscious locks, this guy stepped up, but tenfold when the pandemic hit. He was the first person with his hands up to step up and do all of the extra classes, all of the extra work. I mean, I don't think that we could throw any more at this guy. He took it and he raised his hand. What else can I do? What more can I do? Put in all the extra hours, ran, just about every virtual class that you could imagine. And then obviously when we open the doors, you would think that that's probably his only responsibility, right? To run virtual classes. No, the guy runs an entire location. And more than that, I mean, the guy has stepped up into multiple different roles, hit them astride, and has done an amazing job. So with that said, Andrew Gibbs, congratulations, Cadre of the Year.
Wow. Thanks. It's been an incredible last year to say the least. I'm very honored once again, even more so prior to knowing. It's really an awesome feeling to be recognized for everything that's being put in, and it's not something that I feel requires acknowledgement or recognition, but for that to be taken note of and for others to be so impacted by it that, I'm now being awarded the Cadre of the Year. It speaks volumes, and that's something I'll always hold near and dear to my heart, just like I do each and every member of the Soldier Fit family, troop and cadre alike. All right, love you guys.
All right. As we continue this train along, we're going to move on to one of my favorite awards. Why is it my favorite award? Well, it's one of my favorite awards because I created the award, and that's why I like it. We're going to talk about the Posen Performance Award. Now, I just want everybody to know that the award that follows this, I didn't even sign off on it, but it really is more so to get back at me for creating the Posen Performance Award. And why would Dave Posen be upset that we created an award for him? Well, that is the heart and soul of the Posen Performance Award. A lot of you may be seeing this handsome man for the very first time. And why is that? It's because Dave, you might catch him on the gram, you might see some of his stuff there, but Dave takes a great deal of pride and pleasure in working from behind the scenes. As a matter of fact, I always tell people that the credit that is given to me for Soldier Fit is extremely misplaced. Dave runs the entire company, and what Dave was able to do in 2020 to keep us in business has left me just absolutely flabbergasted. And so I wanted to make sure that we honored a man that doesn't get enough accolades and recognition. And in doing so, I wanted to make sure that we inspired those that are in the Soldier Fit brand who don't always get to step into the limelight, to make sure that they had their moment in the sun. And the Posen Performance was created to be awarded to the person that does the most behind the scenes to keep moving this company forward and to ensure that we can continue to change lives. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please meet 2020's nominees for the Posen Performance Award.
I was in the vending business with my dad for over 20 years, and I had an opportunity to take my time on what I was going to do next, and I've always loved the fitness industry. So I get the job satisfaction at work every single day when people come up to me and say, you know, we love it here, especially the new people that just started with us, and get positive reviews, especially when I'm teaching classes. And I've been doing it for a long time now, so I see the same, you know, core group of people a lot. I want the troops to know that we're there for them, me and Jose and the other staff there, but we're always there for them anytime they want, and any questions, we're always there. Now, I'm just honored to be nominated for the award, and I love working for Soldier Fit, and I love the Rockville staff over there too, so shout out to Jose, definitely.
I just want to tell the story of when I first got the job as an intern. My friend sent me that he was looking for a media director, and that just happened to be what I was doing at school. So I was like, let me try this out, you know? So I walked in, this guy was tatted up, got on a flannel, he had like 2 5-hour energies or something, bro. And I'm like, damn, this guy is just, he's like, blah, 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 blah. And then I remember like he was asking me, you know how to do this? Like, oh, we need this. You know how to do this? And I didn't really know anything at all. Like, I didn't know how to do graphics. I knew very little about videos, but I was just like, yeah. I'm like, nah, yeah, I can do that. And he's like, all right, man, like, I'm just looking for somebody that's like going 300 miles per hour every single day, man. If not, then I'll have to look elsewhere. And then I was just like, nah, like, my default is 300 miles per hour. That's how but those who know me know that's the opposite. I don't really go 300 miles per hour. I kind of just walk, but I always get there. And that's when I want to say thank you to Danny, is because he always believes in me to eventually get there. You know, when I did the ruck with him, some crazy ass shit, like, like, I don't know, man, you guys are crazy, but I did that for like 15 hours. I did it. I did my first BJJ tournament because he was there encouraging me, making fun of me if I didn't, and I did it. And I think there's many stories when I look back and I'm like, damn, I can't believe I did that. And I just want to say thank you to Danny for always like believing in me. So thank you, bro. I want to say hi to my girlfriend. What's up, girl? And if I do win this award, I want to dedicate it to my daughter, who's dropping this May. You know, I used to always, for many years, I've told people I'm working on a mixtape and it's dropping in May. But this is the first time ever that I'm 100% dropping something. Well, God willing, I'm dropping something this May. Cinco de Mayo, actually. So we're going to get lit that day. But yeah, man, I love my job. Thank you to all the troops, the cadre, the Black Hats. Dave, thank you, man. You've always been a solid person to me, and Danny, you too, bro. Appreciate you. I'm always get there.
For all the troops and the new recruits that just joined Soldier Fit, I wanted to know that everybody here, all the trainers and the members, are looking for everybody to like improve their fitness every day, do their best, feel comfortable, feel welcome. And do their best, give out their 100% in class, outside of class, and always be nice to each other. So, I wasn't expecting it. Definitely, I even knew what the award meant or what does it do. I'm very grateful, very humble, and yeah, it's just how you said it. I'm not looking for the attention, so it's like for me, it's very surprising. So my motivation started as for training in Soldier Fit was because of health. I started my fitness journey as a 230 pounds guy. I gained weight after my divorce. So many life problems, and then I lost all that weight, got fit, and decided to also recruit others for the same reasons, so they can better themselves. And at the same time, while being here, learning a lot from other people, other trainers, people that used to be here that are not here anymore, that transition by. You learn a little bit about everybody, and you want to share that knowledge to people that are new to the gym, that are intimidated by the gym culture. But yeah, we're trying to make it the best and just easy for everybody to get into it. I'm very grateful to SolderFit, and everybody knows here that I'm willing to help anybody at any time, and feel free to ask any questions at any time you see me in the gym.
Ladies and gentlemen, any one of those individuals could easily do justice to the man standing by my side.
Probably a better job.
Probably a better job, probably a better job. But this year's winner, I gotta be honest, holds a special place in my heart. It's like the son I never had. And I always wanted to raise a boy. I love my daughters, but I always wanted to raise a boy. But it's like the son I never had. I never forget when this young man walked into my office to interview for an intern job as our media helper. He came in, this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, optimistic soccer player. I don't even like soccer, which was his first strike. But he came in and he sat down, and to be completely honest, he blew everyone else away in his interview. And we managed to end that day with me putting on my gladiator helmet on his head and him taking a smiley, happy photo with us. He completed his internship, and we knew that we had a diamond in the rough, and we just could not let Elmer go. So we offered him the opportunity to come on and start to head our media production. And when he began this, let's just say that Elmer was a little rough around the edges. But over time, and an eagerness to learn and a commitment to share the most powerful story of all, and that's your story. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? What are you overcoming? What obstacles? And at the end of the day, he shares the heart and the essence of SolderFit, which is our cadre and you, the troops. And he does it with a smile on his face, boyish good looks. And I feel now like a grandpa because soon he's going to be entering the dad zone in 2021. I hope that this is just the first major win of so many more wins to come. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Pose and Performance Award is Elmer Diaz.
Come here, big guy. Come out from under the camera. Yeah.
For my mom and for my daughter.
My favorite awards to present. I probably can't do the introduction as eloquently as Danny did for Pose and Performance, but I am introducing the one and only Farrar Field of Dreams Award. It's so beautiful, isn't it? It really is. It really is. Obviously, this was an award that I created. Danny did not make this award himself. I'm not sure who hates it more, whether I'm more embarrassed of Pose and Performance or he is of Farrar Field of Dreams.
Definitely me.
But that is a different conversation. But in a serious note, I thought it was important to create this award. Not only to get back at Danny, but the other reason I wanted to is, to me, it really means, how do I say this, right? SolderFit obviously wouldn't have been built without Danny's dream, right? But not only was it the dream, but it was the grit and endurance to push past times of doubt. Whether that's internal doubt or other people telling him, you're not good enough, this will never work, don't do X, Y, and Z. I mean, even to this day, I can't imagine some of the stuff that Danny goes through on a daily basis, getting, the social media and all the comments and stuff like that. I mean, it takes, honestly, a very special individual to endure that much. I don't think that I could do it. But, again, one of the reasons why I felt that this award was so important to put out into the forefront, and I'm sure you guys at home have seen Field of Dreams. If not, you should probably just turn this off immediately and turn it on the TV. I don't know what else to say other than that. If you build it, they will come, right? And Danny built SolderFit, and over all of the noise and the doubt and everything like that, he kept pushing forward and kept pushing forward because he knew what his vision was and why Soldier Fit was so special and how many lives that we were going to touch and impact. And for that reason, I'm happy and proud that we created the award. I created the award, right? But with that said, I want to introduce the nominees for the Farrar Field of Dreams Award.
How have I made my location a home? So let's see. First and foremost, I think the best thing for me to say about that would be taking what I've learned from Danny and Dave and bringing it on over into here. That being said, I've actually had all my Black Cats and everybody like that have welcomed me, done a great job helping me out, getting me familiar with all the members and stuff like that. So, and then just kind of just letting everybody know that we care here. You know what I mean? We're about changing lives here. We're about making people better. Helping them move forward in their lives to achieve whatever goals they're looking to accomplish. So keeping all that stuff in mind and just keeping things on a personal level with people, I think has been the key to the success here. What motivates me to step up? I think the thing that motivates me the most to step up is watching what everyone around me is doing. It's really hard not to step up when you're in such good company. When you got people like Danny and Dave running this company, all the Black Cats that come in and put in all their time and effort and do such a fantastic job out there, there's just no way that I can't step up. So that would be the number one reason. So I would like the troops to know that we're here for them. That's what this is all about. So that's why I come into work every day, is for them. I'm here for whatever they need, however I can help, whether it's with fitness, whether they want to come in and just chat, whatever it may be, nutrition, it's all on the list. So I'm here just to help with all those things, and I hope that they all know that they can always come to me. My door is always open, and I'm always here to help with whatever I can. The only thing I'd really like to add is just a big thank you to Danny and Dave for the opportunity. I love being here. I love working for Soldier Fit. I've always loved the company. Another huge thank you to Miss Virginia, who's been here to help me out along the way. Without her, I'm not sure that I'd even, be coming along this way. But yeah, Verge has been great. And then lastly, just a quick thank you to John Macias. John Macias is the one who got me in the door here. Love him like a brother. So John, thank you. And then one more thank you to my staff, all my Black Cats, everybody that's been here to help me get through. 2020's been a rough time, so wouldn't have been able to do any of this without any of those people. So thank you to all you guys and the whole entire Soldier Fit team. Thank you, everybody.
I have an interesting story to share. We were actually scheduled to open in December 2019, but delay in construction occurred, and we got pushed up to March 14th. And everybody knows what happened on March 16th. It was a nationwide lockdown. So, we had some stone on our first bite, but we kind of came back stronger in May. I think the corporate put up a very good plan, how to reopen, how to keep everyone safe. Basically we shadowed everything that the corporate asked us to do. On top of that, we wanted to make sure we talk to each and every individual who is coming in, make them feel safe, make them feel like home, show them actually what we do. And this place was home for a lot of people, because I have one story to share. There is somebody, one of the pre-sale troop, who came in on March 14th and 15th and 16th to take the class before it was locked down. And she would contact me every single day after that. And, in May, when we finally opened, she started coming in from day one. And she came to my office one day. She just walked in and told me, "You know why I called you so many times?" And I asked her why. And she told me that, she was very anxious staying home. She has never been on lockdown situation. Obviously, none of us have. But, she was having some issues personally with family. She was thinking of getting divorced, because everything that was going on in there was something crazy for her, never experienced. So she told me that if it was not this place, she was actively waiting for us to open so that she could see different faces here. But those are the stories I would, that kind of motivates me and brings that desire in me to work harder and make it feel like, hey, this is home, not just for me, but for every single person who comes in here or walks in here. Well, like I just shared you this story, right? You don't know what's going on with who. And, we have different individuals comes in, takes classes. And everybody has different fitness level, everybody has different story, everybody has different reason to come in and exercise here. So I've had so many stories like that, like the lady I referred to earlier. So, you know, listening to everybody, understanding what their goal is, what their desire is, what they want to be able to accomplish. And I always refer to revitalize the American dream by creating a culture of civic engagement, humility, and unyielding optimism for the future. So I always get to explain them, make them feel comfortable, and trust me, there are so many people reach out, not just to me, reach out to everybody else, all the different trainers, and they say, hey, this is family, this is something that kind of saved us from all this pandemic and everything. And it motivates not just me, but the entire staff member to step up and you know, make it better every single day. We are here for you, no matter what. We are going to take all the safety measures. Thank God nothing has happened so far. You know, we were able to survive all those worst phases. Hopefully, you know, the glory days are ahead of us. And we want you to know, regardless of what happens, we will still have the same service, maybe better, but not less. And we are motivated to help you. If you achieve your goal, meaning we achieve our goals. So no matter who you are, where you are, once you step in, you're our family. And we want you to know that you are going to be taken care of very well here. Well, Danny is somebody I used to watch. I've watched some of his videos before I was associated with Soldier Fit. I don't know how. And that's one reason. I've never shared this to anybody, but that's one reason why I wanted to come in, because of his energy, right? And then once I got to know him personally, individually, I have a lot of respect for this man. You know, I'm honored to know him individually, and being nominated under his name, under his name's award is definitely something I would love to win, but just being nominated feels great to me. And you know, my desire to help others had just increased from this point on. We would like everybody to come in, see what we do, not just here in Clarksburg, but any Soldier Fit you go to. We have a great program. We do amazing things. We have changed so many lives. We have lost so many pounds, whether you day by day, week by week, month to month, year to year. We have always been very progressive, very productive, and you know, we would like you to come and see what we do, and then judge whether this is something 5-star or not.
We made our location a home, not just by providing an amazing workout for our troops and an experience when they come into our gym, but by also being involved in the community and making sure that we unite everyone to improve our area as a whole. That wouldn't have been possible for us without our amazing troops that we have at Soldier Fit Hagerstown, and without having the amazing trainers that we have. We are super, super lucky in the training staff that we had at our location, and we're so grateful for both the troops and the trainers.
For us, it's not just about being the face of the location. It's about being involved with our troops and joining and having the warmth that we have as a family.
What motivated me to step up was realizing that so many people shared the same common struggles that I did, and with that, being able to then help people and be a part of their transformation and allow to have that positive effect on them.
What motivated me to step up was to come out of my comfort zone and join the journeys of others and help them achieve their goals and have a positive impact on their life.
All right, so obviously you guys just saw why these people were nominated, and I did want to add one thing. This award actually was created last year, and the first award was given to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Danny Farrar. So this is actually the first year that we're giving this award to an individual. And I couldn't be happier and more proud of the winner. Soldier Fit Hagerstown, Carlos and Jordan Waters. Congratulations, but also a huge thank you from Danny and myself. Everything that you've been able to accomplish, not only seeing the vision of Soldier Fit, believing what's possible, but doing it during a pandemic. I mean, it really is amazing what you guys have been able to do with that location amidst opening it during a little shutdown. Yeah. You know what I mean? And to be able to just push through that and trust the vision, trust the process. And not only doing that, I mean, you guys are giving giant checks to charity. You guys are doing a ton in the community. You guys have done just an amazing job with the Soldier Fit family out in Hagerstown and taking care of the troops, all while working, I believe, full-time jobs yourselves. You have kids. I mean, guys, thank you so much, and congratulations on the Farrar Field of Dreams Award.
We're honored to be the first ever recipient of the Danny Farrar Field of Dream Awards.
We never expected 4.5 years ago when we walked into Soldier Fit Frederick and became troops that we would be sitting here today, owning our own location and having the impact that we have on people in Hagerstown. For us, it was an honor to just be awarded a franchise and to be able to be a part of this family, and accepting this award now is beyond our belief. Wouldn't you say?
I agree.
Hey, keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving with the motivation. Next up, one of the top awards that you can win in Soldier Fit, and that is the Troop of Soldier Fit. Every location, of course, does their Troop of the Year. And Troop of the Year is already a monumental accomplishment. You were selected out of 12 of your peer group, 12 of your contemporaries, those individuals that went above and beyond and best represented the Soldier Fit brand. You know, when we talk about what gets you to be Troop of the Month, this is the person, an individual that's accomplishing their goal, motivating others to accomplish theirs, and best represents the Soldier Fit brand. So if you've made it to Troop of the Month, you're already here. When you make it to Troop of the Year, you're already here. But now we're going to talk about the grand finale, baby. It's the Troop of Soldier Fit. And when it came down to figuring out who was going to be the Troop of Soldier Fit, the plain and simple reality is, for the first time in Soldier Fit's history, over 15 years, we had a unanimous winner. There was not one single vote that went the other way. And this year's Troop of Soldier Fit is Melissa Wyatt. And let me talk about what she did that I think, and everyone else on the HQ team thinks, was just so special. Every person that has become a Troop of the Month and a Troop of the Year, all of those people are selfless. They put other people above themselves. And in doing so, they lift those up around them and inspire those people who they don't even know who are watching. But Melissa, she took it one step further. When she won that Troop of the Year, and she decided, found out that she would be getting a lifetime membership, she decided to give her lifetime membership for free to one of the other nominees. What I think makes this even more special is that Melissa Wyatt, entire family, goes here to Soldier Fit. And she still, despite paying for every member of her family, 100% justified, warranted the free lifetime membership, passed it on to another battle buddy. And that, just like I talked about when we first started here, that is the essence of unity that resides in these walls when you're part of this family. And I cannot think of a single person more deserving of Troop of Soldier Fit than you. So ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Troop of Soldier Fit, Melissa Wyatt.
I was honored to win Troop of the Month, and then I was beyond honored to be one of the top 3 nominees for Troop of the Year for Frederick. I couldn't believe it that I won Troop of the Year for Frederick. So now to win Troop of Soldier Fit, that's just amazing. I'm honored, I'm humbled with all the other nominees and all the other people I see here. And you know, I've gone down to Columbia and I know some of them down there, and with all the people I see coming in every day and doing what they need to get done, just to be nominated and to actually win Troop of Soldier Fit is, I'm humbled, I'm speechless. It's just amazing. So, yeah. If I could tell the troops anything, it'd be to take advantage of everything Soldier Fit has to offer. I mean, from boot camps to spec ops to everything. I sort of just got comfortable in Soldier Fit and started trying everything until I found out what I liked. And I think stepping out of my comfort zone was the best thing in the world. I've tried a whole bunch of stuff here, and the care and support that I get from the Soldier Fit is just amazing. Don't ever hesitate to ask anybody a question, from the troops and the cadre. Everybody is here to support each other, and it's just an amazing place to be. Yeah, I love being here. From day one when I stepped onto the turf for my first boot camp, I felt like the support and the care from everyone. It's just been amazing from that day on. From everyone from HQ all the way to troops, everybody has helped me along the way, and I can't thank everybody enough for everything they've done to get me to where I want to be. I just want to thank everybody from Danny and Dave on HQ all the way down to all the troops, everybody in between, the cadre. I just am so amazed with this place. I love Soldier Fit so much. It's changed my life. It's changed my family's life, coming in here together and being able to work out. I thank you so much. It's an honor. I love everybody here. The support and the care is amazing. I've never found a place that's so supportive to everybody. The family environment isn't just something they say, it's something that's truly there. And I'm beyond grateful and honored to be Troop of Soldier Fit for this year. It's just an amazing honor. So thank you all so much. You guys have all gotten me to this point, and I'm so grateful.
All right. Next up is Franchise of the Year. Now, we've already talked about how crazy of a year 2020 was. All of our franchises, all of the locations have endured, really, monumental circumstances and overcome so much. It's fair to say that all of those locations have earned their stripes. But one location just went above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak. And that location is Soldier Fit Trexlertown. The things that they were able to do amongst the entire shutdown and the entire pandemic. They were #1 location in retention, their ability to engage the community, hold events. They did tremendous job on their Facebook workout group, providing so much value to their troops. It really, to be honest, it was really impressive. And there's no hiding, I guess, or understanding of why they were able to retain. I think it was almost like 80 to 90% of their troops. Gosh, I think they have more troops now than they did prior to the pandemic, and it just speaks volumes to that location, to the owners, Steph and Trevor, to all of the cadre, the team that they have built over there. It truly is impressive. Thank you guys so much for all you do.
Yeah, thank you. We're so thankful and appreciative of this award. I think it's a testament to the hard work of my lovely wife, Steph, and our cadre. This year was, you all know, it was a challenge, and it really pushed us as owners and our cadre out of their comfort zone, out of the normal way that we did things. It was constant moving target, constant moving goalposts, and we were just adapting every step of the way. But like I said, it's a testament to the hard work that they all put into it, and the resiliency of them, and the community that we've all pitched in to build here. We are incredibly proud of our gym family, and they were a big part of the reason why we were able to continue to operate, why we were able to stay open, even though we weren't allowed a couple times. So yeah, it was quite a year, but again, we're just so honored and thankful, and man, we're looking forward to a better 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, we basically have reached the end of the show. It's time for the highest award that one can win as Soldier Fit. At the end of the day, I can bestow no greater honor than to have you earn this nomination. You know, I tell people in my circle that there are really 3 people that I try to impress every day. My wife, this guy, and Master Mike Moses. You know, I think one of the things that people do, and it's a sad thing that they do it, is they forget who got them there. They forget who brought them to the dance. They forget from whence they came. And as long as there is oxygen in my lungs and blood in my veins, I will never forget who brought us to the dance. You know, Master Mike Moses, owner of Revolve Academy in Germantown, he is the reason that Soldier Fit is here today. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was down to my last leg. I was ready to give up. When he came to me after a fight and said, "You won't quit. Would you like to bring your program into my gym?" And it's often been said that a mentor is somebody who sees something in you that you don't even see in yourself. And I didn't see much in myself back then. The only thing that I had a credit to is that I just kept trying. But the truth is, I was close to giving up. I was this close to saying that personal training and boot camp just wasn't in the cards for me. And when he extended that offer to me, when he opened up his doors and allowed me the opportunity to treat his house as my home, he didn't charge me a dime for rent. I didn't have a pot to piss in. There was nothing I could do for that man. And yet he took me in like a son, a guy that never really had a strong father figure. And there he was. And he rooted for me, and he cheered for me. My very first business mentor. And what's even more special about Master Mike is that Soldier Fit continued to grow and continued to increase in size and scope. Master Mike always stood there like a proud father and continued to cheer that growth on. As we opened multiple locations, he was there every single solitary year to be at the end of the year awards so that we could honor the man who changed not only my life, but the lives of thousands. Every time I think about Master Mike, I think about the butterfly effect. And that theory that a butterfly that flaps their wings in Africa causes a hurricane over here in America. And that is the power of just doing. That is the power of helping one individual. That is the power of changing lives, being a force multiplier, being a ripple in the water around you. I will never, as long as I live, be able to pay that man back. My kids don't eat out of trash cans. I met my wife and all of the countless amazing people that we've met through Soldier Fit because that man gave me an opportunity. And so when you were nominated for the Master Mike Moses Award, please understand, I can pay you no higher compliment. There is nothing that I can do that says how proud I am of you more. And this year we had a lot of nominees. And I want to make sure that we take a little bit of time to let each of them talk about what it means to be nominated for the Master Mike Moses Award.
I gotta say, I take it as such a great compliment. This year has been definitely one of the toughest to me, let it be physical or just mental stuff all together. I'd say it just feels great that I am inspiring others past what it's been to me, because it has been maybe the most difficult time of my life and most busy. So that definitely keeps my mind away from everything, and I just appreciate everybody being able to help me through it as I have helped them so much. Not even think that I inspired people. It's the grind, the daily get up and keep going so that you don't worry about all the troubles or whatever you have. It makes you forget about it. You just keep on moving, keep on going. It didn't necessarily come to mind that I would ever be inspiring anybody. What I want all the people to know is that if you're ever in a depressed spot in your life, get the fuck up and figure out how to get away.
All right, so yeah, what do you want people to know?
If I have anything to tell anybody, is that if you are in a depressed spot, anything major happens to you, first step, get up, get going, get active, do something with yourself so that you don't feel useless, and it'll take your mind off of whatever it was, and sooner or later you will be out of the storm and maybe in a little bit better weather.
I feel deeply humbled to be nominated for such a high occasion. What I do here and what I do outside as far as my healthy journey is it's not about the awards or the accolades or the pat on the back. It's about just being healthy, being determined, and doing what's necessary to extend my life. But overall, it feels good every once in a while to be appreciated for the hard work. Let me know that the hard work that I put in, the sweat, the blood, the tears that I shed on a regular basis, behind closed doors, doubting, wondering if I'm ever going to achieve a certain goal that I set for myself, it pays off, and it feels good that other people see that and gives you motivation and gives you that determination, that extra push, that extra fuel that burns the fire to keep going, to keep reaching no matter what. There's no ceiling, there's no cap on your highest potential, on my highest potential. So it feels real good to be nominated for the highest award of Soldier Fit. I really didn't know how far that my story has went out to touch individuals, not just here, but obviously around the company or around the United States, whatever Soldier Fit facility, or even just watching, you know, me and my story to give them the drive, the fuel to live a better lifestyle. I didn't know when it was brought to my attention and how much this has impacted. I was so humbled, and I was so, I was so glad, because once again, this thing is not about how many likes or how many loves or how you, or likes or what did you get on social media. It's about reaching somebody to let them know that they can do the same thing I did, long as you have the mindset and the drive to do it. Then I came to the facility here at Columbia, December, I say 27, 2019, and I, talked to Wyatt, and he was telling me about Soldier Fit and everything else, and he said, did you want to go ahead and take a free boot camp class? And I said, no, I'm ready to go ahead and sign up, because I made up my mind. And then from there on, that's when the journey began. Soldier Fit gave me the tools, the necessary tools, the guidance to do certain workouts, to do certain exercises, nutritional values, everything that I needed to incorporate to start this journey. And from there on, it just been head on, and then the pandemic happened and everything else. And that was my most active, healthy lifestyle. That's where I really took it, because now I'm no longer in the facility, but now I still have to keep this thing going. So right then and there, even when the pandemic happened, I was still doing my thing, even though I was at home, with the help of my wife, pushing me and driving me to continue to do on. And ever since then, the road has just been paved all the way through. Now, I must say, at one point in time, I couldn't do burpees, and now I can do burpees. And one point in time, I couldn't do box jumps and all that good stuff, and now I can do box jumps freely. Now I'm working on squats and deadlifts, things that I couldn't do back when I was in high school, when I was at my football playing weight. And now that I'm 42 years old, I'm able to do those things again, in which it brings me joy, because I feel my youth. I feel like I can get back to where I started, because I haven't always been like this. I was always active. I was healthy. I wasn't extremely healthy. I still ate what I wanted to eat, but as you get a little older, your metabolism slows down, and you can't do certain things that you used to do anymore. So now that I'm determined that I'm going to continue to push this thing, and I'm so glad that my story is reaching others, that you have the drive, you have the potential. You just have to reach within yourself to see it. It's not about what others think, it's about what's good for you. As long as you set yourself up around a good support system that will give you that extra encouragement, that give you that extra push, continue to do what you need to do. It's not about looking like a Greek god or Greek goddess. It's just about being your overall healthy you. So I'm so humbled. I'm so glad to be nominated, to even be thought of this highest occasion. I thought it was for one thing, but obviously it's another. But even though, I'm still going to push regardless of the situation, because it's not about the trophies, it's not about the medals, it's not about the awards, but it's about your overall healthy lifestyle, your overall lifespan for you. Healthy wise, mentally, spiritually, all the above.
Well, I'm very honored and humbled and grateful. Just keep pushing, show up every day, don't stop, don't give up. I didn't come this far to only come this far, Just keep on moving, keep on pushing, keep getting stronger, better. My actions are more than my words. I show better than I can tell. It's easier to see how strong someone is versus telling you I'm strong. You can get stronger every day. Once you don't stop, once you think you need to stop, push, keep going.
We've had a lot of great winners of the Master Mike Moses Award over the years, and I am proud of each and every one of them. But I will say that this is the first year that we have a genuine hero winning the award. You know, Sam Shipley came down his steps to see a boiling pot of oil on fire in his parents' home. With complete and utter disregard for his own health, his own safety, he ran over, grabbed that scalding hot pan of water, and rushed it outside to ensure that he saved his family's house. And as he's going out there, it was splashing all over him, the wind changed and blew fire all on him, burned him severely. And he ends up going to the burn unit. And when I had an opportunity to go up there and visit him, despite the immense amount of pain that that young man must have been in, he was jovial. He was in high spirits. And I thought it was so telling to see how many people reached out and wanted to visit him at the burn unit. But what impressed me even more is that once he exited the burn unit, he was back at work within just a few weeks of getting out, being the same lovable, loud Sam that he is. You know, when you look at what he did, we know that he saved property. We know that he saved that house. But the reality is, he probably saved lives as well. And his family, his community, and everybody that knows him, they're lucky and they're blessed because there's a hero in their midst. And I am beyond proud of you, Sam. Thank you for all you do at Soldier Fit, but thank you for being the example of what every one of us should aspire to be, a man of action and a person that places others above self. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Master Mike Moses Inspiration Award, Sam Shipley.
I'd like to thank everybody who voted for me in this. There's not much that I've had to say this whole year. I've just kept my nose to the grindstone, or whatever the saying is, and kept pushing. And I am so thankful to have everybody in my life that has kept me going. Not just that I inspire you guys, but you keep me coming every day and giving it just that extra little bit, one day at a time. Yeah, all that jazz. Thank you.
All right, guys, man, that wraps up and concludes our show. We want to say first and foremost to all of you, thank you again so much for your support through 2020. Now, I hope you guys were excited. I hope you were inspired, and I hope you were motivated, because who knows? Maybe next year in 2022, it's going to be you stepping up on stage. We'll get back to the real live thing with some beer and the whole 9 yards, and you'll accept your award as one of the 2021 winners.
Thank you guys for coming. Make sure you tip your bartenders on the way out.
Yeah. Till next time, guys. Thank you. Bye. Well, hey, good job, man. You did awesome.
High five? High five. Virtual high five?
Yeah,
No?
we can touch.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What's up, man? You told me to wear no pants. I thought, was this a Zoom thing? Are we not in the circle of Zoom trust tree?
I didn't really think that you weren't going to wear pants.
I mean, I figured we would be behind like the Humvee front desk or something.
What
I'd be chilling.
What actually I'm more embarrassed about is not your tighty whities. It's fucking Uggs.
Come on, bro. You got to call out the Uggs? Make sure you take that out of the shot. Don't put
You
those
put
in
that
there.
in the shot 100%.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?